Hi everybody, as you can probably tell, I'm indoors again and the weather is absolutely poo outside, and if you can hear a strange background noise, it's my dog Luna walking around wondering what I'm doing, talking to myself. Anyway, let's roll that intro and let's get on with it. So what we're going to talk about today, there are some really strange myths going around about dreadlocks, and as you probably know, I'm a taxi driver and I work like Friday and Saturday nights picking all sorts of people up. And last night I came across some really sad person who insisted that because I'd got dreadlocks, I was dirty, and that my dreadlocks are dirty and that you don't wash them. And no matter what I said to him, I couldn't convince him that I do wash my hair. He insisted that dreadlocks are held together with dirt, and if you wash your hair, your dreadlocks will fall out. And that's one of the things that I get asked more than anything. Oh, you don't wash your hair, do you, when you've got dreadlocks? Which is an absolute ridiculous thing to say. Obviously, I wash my hair. I find it quite insulting that people think that I've got dreadlocks this long because I've not washed my hair in all this time, you know, 7+ years. And that it keeps this colour through not being washed. So, you know, I'm just trying to dispel the myth to people that you don't wash your hair when you've got dreadlocks. And the first thing that I can say about dispelling this myth is that if you don't wash your hair, your dreadlocks are going to be obviously dirty and smelly. And nobody will want to come anywhere near you. You know, and the crowds don't part like the Red Sea when I walk through because I've got smelly hair or I smell. And people would be complaining very quickly if they were getting in my taxi. And the taxi driver smelt, you know, ooh, I'm not going in with him anymore because his bloody hair smells and he smells and all the rest. And what I usually say to these people is, if you want, you know, you can smell my hair. And I go like that and they go, oh yeah, it smells of tea tree. Well, that's because I wash it with tea tree shampoo. The other thing is that if you don't keep your hair clean, your dreads just aren't going to knot, or they're not going to knot as well. If your hair's nice and clean and dry, those hairs mat a lot easier than if your hair is greasy. If your hair is greasy means slippy, and it just will not, your hair will not knot. That's a good double negative, isn't it? Not. Your hair will not knot very well if your hair is horrible and greasy and sweaty and everything else. You know, some people are under the impression that the only way to go and get dreadlocks is go and get your hair dirty, you know. Go and roll in the mud. You know, and various other things. Put wax in it. That won't make your hair dirty. But some people just cannot be convinced that your hair is actually clean if you've got dreadlocks, which is ridiculous, really. I mean, there must be millions and millions of people throughout the world with dreadlocks, not just in this country, in the UK, but you know, America, Africa, you know, all the Caribbean islands, all over the world, Australia's, New Zealand, that have dreadlocks. And there's my bloody computer going ding. I don't know why. Oh, somebody's put a new video on that I'm following. There you go. It's a camera one, so it's not about dreadlocks. So you'll not be interested anyway. Right, where was I? Yeah, so there's millions and millions of people throughout the world that have got dreadlocks. And these people that think you've got to have dirty hair must think that you know, this large population of the world with dreadlocks just don't wash their hair, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are the odd person that has dirty dreadlocks, and you'll generally find that it's somebody that, you know, is generally dirty anyway. Perhaps somebody that lives rough or lives on the streets and things like that, that just doesn't have the opportunity to A, wash their hair, and B, comb or brush their hair. Because if your hair grows and you don't brush it or comb it, it will form dreadlocks anyway, whether your hair's clean or dirty. It just makes it easier to make dreadlocks if your hair is clean. And my tummy's rumbling. Now, as we know, I talk on this channel quite a lot about washing dreadlocks. I put a video on showing me in the shower washing my dreadlocks, and I'll put a link below. So if there's anybody watching this that thinks you've got to have dirty hair or don't wash your hair when you've got dreadlocks, you'll be able to watch the link, or I'll put a link up here somewhere where you can see it. You know, I couldn't literally not walk around with dirty hair or dirty dreadlocks. And dreadlocks, all it is really is hair. And it's just hair that's matted together. It doesn't mean it's dirty. It just means it's knotted, you know. And that's all it is. It's not dirty hair, it's knotted hair. Knotted hair isn't dirty. Dirty hair is dirty. I mean, you can have dirty hair if you don't have dreadlocks. You're just as likely to, a person is, or just as, or more likely to have dirty hair if you don't have dreadlocks, because you know, if you've got dreadlocks, you've got dreadlocks because you want dreadlocks, and you tend to be pedantic about them and making sure that everything on your dreadlocks is dead right. Whereas if you've got hair, it's just hair, you know, get cut every now and again, and that's about it. So to all you people out there that think dreadlocks are dirty or you don't wash your hair, I'm sorry, you're wrong. You know, do a bit of research, look on the internet, you can look on my channel. There's hundreds of other channels on YouTube that demonstrate that your hair's got to be clean and how people wash, shampoo and dry dreadlocks. So if you've enjoyed this video, which is number 7, I think. Yeah, number 7 out of my 2-week challenge. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that notification bell, which will be on that side, I think. I'll get it right. And I'll see you, hopefully, in the next video. Bye, everybody.